My colleagues Patterson Deppen and Leah Bolger and I have found that the United States military has approximately 750 military bases abroad in 80 countries and colonies. Not only do US bases overseas make war possible, they actually make war more likely. They make it just far too easy for policymakers to choose war as a policy option. If we don't deconstruct this huge infrastructure of bases abroad, the US military will end up in yet more wars. US taxpayers are spending around $55 billion a year to maintain these bases. US bases range in size dramatically, from city-sized America towns, or little Americas as they're frequently known, to much smaller, what are often referred to as lily pad bases. Very small bases with maybe a few hundred troops, and everything in between, as well as radar installations and drone bases. US bases also are located in at least 38 countries that are led by undemocratic regimes. Proponents of the basing overseas strategy have said that US bases abroad spread democracy. In fact, the exact opposite is frequently the case. US bases in undemocratic countries are de facto propping up the regimes that host them. It's also extraordinarily important to note that US bases abroad have been a launchpad for war. The past 20 years of catastrophic war since the US invasion and occupation of Afghanistan, the US military has had combat troops in at least 25 countries. Presidents George H.W. Bush, George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton closed hundreds of unnecessary bases in Europe in particular, and to a lesser extent in Asia. This is what needs to happen again. We need to begin closing bases abroad that are every day undermining our security in a whole range of ways and risking the perpetuation of endless war.